Hi, Martha. It's been a while. Do you have a minute? Hey, Sherry. It's been ages, hasn't it? It's been difficult to stay in touch since your divorce with James a year ago. How have you been? Are you doing okay? Of course. There's no way I'd ever feel down. I'm doing great. I reached out because I've got some exciting news to share. What's going on? I'm getting married again. What? Getting married again less than a year after the divorce? Is there something wrong with that? No, it's not like that. I'm just surprised. Guys just can't resist a catch like me, right? Anyway, we've decided to have a small wedding ceremony. Of course, you and my son will come, won't you? Yeah, you're Nick's mother, so... Okay, good. Since you've got great taste, I've got a few things I'd like your help with. You need my help? Yes. I want you to help me pick out my dress. What? But it's your own wedding. I think you should choose what you like. What? Are you trying to say I'm too old to make choices? No, that's not what I meant. I just want you to have a dress you truly adore for the memorable occasion. But if you're okay with me picking, then of course I'll gladly choose. Why didn't you just say that from the beginning? No need for all that fancy talk. Sorry. Oh, and don't forget to pick out accessories and shoes to go with the dress. You want me to choose everything for you? You're quite persistent, aren't you? If I ask you to do something, just shut up and do it. You're so annoying. I'm sorry. Hurry up and decide since we're short on time. Just pick something that will make me look amazing. Okay. Martha, have you heard from Mom? Yeah, she hit me up like an hour ago. I was going to talk to you about it when you get home. Seriously, what's she thinking? It's only been a year since a divorce with Dad, and now she's having a wedding? Isn't that embarrassing? And there'll be loads of people at the ceremony who know Dad. I bet your mother feels like a woman again after the divorce. I get where she's coming from. If it makes her happy, let's just celebrate and be happy for her. I guess. Mom asked you to do a bunch of stuff, huh? Oh, she asked me to pick out her dress, accessories, and shoes. She told me to choose a dress that makes her look the most beautiful. Man, I'm sorry about that, babe. I thought things would settle down a bit after the divorce. But dealing with Mom is no easy task. Well, I do work in apparel, so I don't mind choosing dresses and accessories. Plus, I've got a friend who works at a dress rental shop. So, I'm getting some help from her. Already reached out. Seriously, I hope she better not cause any trouble for your friend. As long as Mom doesn't start picking on her like usual. I'll smooth things over there. Anyway, I'm planning to get everything ready in time for your mother's wedding. I'm so sorry, and thank you for everything. Don't sweat it. Divorced or not, she's still your mother, right? And you're my husband. So I'll help out as much as I can. Thank you. I'll make it up to you. Okay. A fancy ice cream would do it. Martha, listen. Stay calm. I just got a call saying Dad collapsed and he's unconscious. What? He went to work as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just doing his job at the office. He was sitting at his desk sorting through documents when suddenly he collapsed along with his chair. No way! He was in such good health. A co-worker called an ambulance in a panic, and they rushed him to the hospital. He's still unconscious? I'm on my way to the hospital now. Could you come too? Of course. I'll be there as soon as I can. Martha! What are you doing? Today's my wedding day. You said you'd come to pick me up after 8:30. What on earth are you doing, Martha? Sherry, what are you talking about? You got a call from Nick, right? From Nick? I don't know. I don't have time to check my phone on the morning of my wedding day. We've been reaching out since the other day. I don't care about your messages. We'll meet later anyway. What about my ride? I've still got makeup, hair, and getting into my dress to do. And I won't make it on time. Sherry, are you being serious? Of course! It's my wedding. I don't have time for jokes. You really don't know anything, do you? What's going on? I thought your wedding was canceled. What? Why would I do that? I'll never forgive anyone who tries to cancel my wedding. I don't get it. What right do you have to cancel my wedding? I can't believe you'd even think of doing something like that. I'm going to ask Nick to divorce you. Sherry, what are you talking about in a situation like this? Shut it. You're just my daughter-in-law. You never approved of my remarriage. Or were you trying to mess with me? I won't forget this. If you cancel my wedding without asking, I'll make you divorce my son too. You really have no idea? What in the hell are you talking about? I'm sure you've heard from Nick too. He said he called you and texted you. What is it? Just tell me already, jeez. You really want to ruin my wedding so bad, huh? It's not that. Please, calm down. What is it? You're not picking me up. You canceled my wedding. What on earth are you trying to do? We're in the middle of James' funeral. Huh? Nick has reached out multiple times. I don't know anything about that. He passed away? He collapsed at work 2 days ago. It looks like it was heart failure. We were so shocked, didn't know what to do. But we had to start getting ready for the funeral immediately. So, for now, we had to cancel your wedding. That's a lie. We've been trying to get a hold of you, but you were ignoring us. No. What about my wedding? I'm just as clueless about this situation. But it looks like all the relatives invited to your wedding are at the funeral. So even if the wedding happened, hardly any guests from the bride's side could attend. Even if you say that, my partner is waiting for me. What are you going to do? Your partner is here too. What? I heard that your partner is a colleague of James from his company. I didn't know until just before the funeral started. Huh? He's there? Why? It's the day of the wedding. Your partner. He heard about it through the company and even came to the wake. He's a great guy, handling it so well despite the complications from his position. Oh no. What have you been up to the past 2 days? I was preparing for my wedding. What do you mean? I went to the spa, hair salon, and got my nails done. I was getting ready for my big day. So, you've been spending these past 2 days just for yourself? Isn't that just how it is for a bride right before her wedding? But you had time to check your phone, didn't you? I called you so many times. And so did Nick. Even your partner tried to reach you last night. He did? I don't know anything about that. Anyway, the funeral is about to start. I'll talk to you later. Mom, Dad's funeral just finished. Considering he lived with us until a year ago, it's unbelievable how you could act like nothing happened. Well, I didn't know, so what could I do? The relatives were all appalled. They said they'd cut ties with you for good. Even if they said that, I have my own life too. Even your new partner was appalled. What? Come to think of it, when you two started dating, wasn't it before the divorce? Your partner said he didn't even know you were married. Apparently, you told him you were a widow who lost your husband 10 years ago, or something like that. That's, You're so selfish and self-centered. Your partner, obviously, didn't know you were still married. But when Dad collapsed, it was him who rushed to help him. Oh, really? Was that so? Well, he's a kind man. That's when he found a family photo on his desk. Family photo? Dad had a picture of the three of us, you and me, on his desk. What? Dad probably still had some love for you somewhere deep down. He did. Your partner must have been really shocked, huh? He was planning to marry you without knowing anything. I can only imagine how guilty he must feel. He didn't do anything wrong. It's all on me. I didn't tell him anything. That's right. It's all on you. Look at how much you've hurt Mr. Johnson. And then you dumped all the wedding dress stuff on Martha, telling her to pick something that makes you look the most beautiful. Give me a break. There's no dress that can make someone as hurtful as you look beautiful, not just to Dad, but also to Mr. Johnson. You don't have to talk to me like that. I didn't know anything about your father's death. It's all because you're so self-centered, isn't it? You met Mr. Johnson for some reason, and you fell for him. Then your love for Dad started to fade. And you used the strained relationship as an excuse for divorce. After that, you quickly moved on to marrying Mr. Johnson. Wait a minute. You were so busy making yourself look good, all for your own sake. And because of that, you didn't even notice calls or messages from everyone. That's true, but it wasn't on purpose. Even if it wasn't on purpose, you were involved with another man before you and Dad divorced. I can't forgive you for that. I made sure to tell Mr. Johnson everything about what happened. I truly feel sorry for him, innocent as he is. Huh? So he knows I was two-timing him? Yes, I told him. What did he say? He was shocked. He said he never imagined you could be like that. He was thinking all this time that your husband passed away a long time ago. He was attracted to your sincerity, kindness, and femininity. But it was all a lie. Enough! What have you done? You have no right to take away my happiness. You don't have the right to take away my happiness either. What? You told Martha that I'm going to divorce her because she canceled your wedding. Well, I was upset. You can't get married to Mr. Johnson anymore. What do you mean? Now that he knows everything you did to him, he said he can't be with you anymore. What? What do you expect? Think about how he feels. Well, it is what it is. Wait a minute. I want to get married to him. Do something about it. I'm busy with Dad's funeral. Do something about it yourself. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Don't ever reach out again. Nick! Martha! Why do I have to go through all this because my ex-husband passed away? I've been criticized by my son and then completely cut off. And now, even my fiancé is leaving me. It's just too much. You must have filled Nick's head with all sorts of things, didn't you? Please stop making baseless accusations. Isn't it all just the consequence of your own actions? You were already dating Mr. Johnson while you were still married to James, right? Well, that's considered adultery, isn't it? I heard that before he passed away, James was dismayed by your selfish behavior. Nick also mentioned how he couldn't forgive your behavior that troubled James. Yet, despite all that, he still loved you. Considering how Nick feels knowing this, I'm speechless. I get that Nick was shocked. That was my fault. But still, does that give him the right to spill everything to my fiancé and ruin our relationship? Right? Mr. Johnson himself decided not to marry, not Nick. So don't blame him. He must have been as shocked as Nick. I doubt he's planning to reconcile with you, to be honest. Oh no. I want to be happy. I want to live the rest of my life with love. I need him for that. That being said, you're my daughter-in-law, right? Go convince him to marry me. What? Why me? Nick is mad at me. You're the only one I can ask. Help your mother-in-law for once. With all due respect, if my husband has cut ties with you, I don't feel obligated to help you. Also, considering the feelings of James and Mr. Johnson, I can't bring myself to feel inclined to help you. You're such a cocky daughter-in-law. We're no longer related since I'm cutting ties with you. I don't want you to contact me ever. If you need anything, figure it out yourself. I'm done with you. You're kidding, right? Don't be like that and help me. I'm about to lose everything. You should have seen this coming. You deserve this. I don't want anything to do with you. I will block you now. Good luck with your life. Hold on, Martha. Goodbye. Martha! Following discussions with Mr. Johnson, we decided to cancel my mother-in-law's marriage. Considering he was deceived and became a victim in this situation, it's only fair. So the cancellation fee for the wedding venue was charged to my mother-in-law, since she was the one who had signed the contract. She had used up her share of the assets from the divorce with my father-in-law on personal expenses and had no savings. She had to explain the situation to her relatives, who agreed to cover the cost. However, one condition was that she had to work at a factory owned by her relatives for the rest of her life. Sherry is sadly living in the dormitory of a factory run by relatives, where she goes to work in tears every day. It seems she won't be able to leave until she repays the amount covered for her. Nick and I are continuing to spend time together as usual. Now that everything is settled after the funeral, we're discussing our future plans.